Okay, I'm not sure what the hell happened there. But anyway, now we can get back into talking. I was using my OBS and then it kept like glitching out on me and then it just shut down and I couldn't get it to come back up, so I had to come back over here, which I didn't want to do, but here we are. Okay. Give me 1 second and I'll get it, my stuff. I didn't see her, babe. Sorry. All right. Yes, Katie Bug, for sure. Dude, this happened the other day. Last time I tried to go live, so I'm not sure what's going on. But all right, let's get into some more stuff over here, shall we? So, yes, it is being blocked by certain people, higher ups, that don't want this bill to pass, which is completely crazy to me. It's blows my mind that it's already not a serious felony in the first place. So, and we're back. I know, what the heck? Okay. So I want to read a couple more things on this and then we'll go back. There's a few things I want to go back through on this case and check it out. All right, traffic on I-80. Let me see. Since its start in 2010, Holland's organization has worked with around 600 victims of HST in Reno. Though they span a wide range of ages, Holland told Moonshine that the youngest victim she's worked with was 11, and the oldest have been in their 60s. Of about 170 of those victims who accessed Awaken services and support systems in 2019, about a third are minors. Roughly half of the victims she's assisted are white, half other ethnicities, and the vast majority began their relationships with the trade as children. The FBI treats ST under its human T criminal definition as crimes where persons are compelled to engage in commercial acts through the use of force, fraud, or coercion, according to their website. But this gets complicated when victims who can be manipulated or conditioned may not always know they're victims, said Gina Swanky, public affairs specialist for the FBI Sacramento field office, which includes the Tahoe Truckee region in its coverage area. Although the FBI only recently started compiling data on HT, if you're looking for it, you're going to find it. HT wasn't outlawed in the US officially until 2000. Can we just pause right there for a second? Until HT, human teeing, was not outlawed in the United States officially until 2000. How is that possible? When the Clinton administration signed into law the Victims of Teeing and Violence Protection Act. In 2016, in a speech to the Clinton Global Initiative, President Barack Obama described the injustice, the outrage of HT, which must be called by its true name, modern slavery. It is barbaric and it is evil, and it has no place in a civilized world. Obama also declared January National Slavery and HT Prevention Month to aid data collection efforts, increase training for recognizing victims, and create a task force. A fair amount of victims and perpetrators of ST use Interstate 80 as a pipeline en route to Nevada through Truckee Police Department. Though Truckee Police Department Detective Sergeant Danny Ranfro said local law enforcement isn't always successful in identifying these situations because the highway is outside of their jurisdiction. Now, I will just say that to you again. Though Truckee Police Department Detective Sergeant Danny Renfro said local law enforcement is not always successful in identifying these situations because the highway is outside of their jurisdiction. So they what? Just do nothing, just look the other way because there's what? Honor and silence. What happened to see something, say something, right? Seriously. Hold on a second, you guys. I gotta get my coffee. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I don't know what the heck happened. All right. Do me a favor. If you look down and if you have not hit that like button for me, go ahead and hit it. I promise it doesn't hurt and it helps the channel. There's so many challenges to get through to victims to find out that they're actually being teed, he said. So how many have gotten by us? I don't know. They head for Nevada, the land of semi-legal prostitution, where there is a hub and culture of sex tourism. If they are going across state lines, they're predominantly Northern California to Northern Nevada, and second to that would be Northern Nevada to Vegas. But it's not as much, explained Awaken Hollins on her experience. We see the I-80 route more often than not. She cited Sacramento, Stockton, Oakland, and other places in the Bay Area and Northern California as frequent origins of victims and their tears. Recent criminal history backs up Hollins' claim that the San Francisco area is a hotbed for modern slavery. The FBI's online indictments archive shows that Sacramento's Hannah's getting in trouble down there. Ja'Cory Rashawn Carter, 24, was sentenced on ST charges on February 13th, having coerced two 14-year-old girls to do you know what for his own profit and ultimately recruiting or managing at least 5 women in the Bay Area. In Walnut Creek the same month, law enforcement arrested dentist Cassidy Lavarini Doyle, 36, who allegedly was running a child S-ring between California and Cambodia. Police say he offered a Bay Area woman 30 grand to buy her young daughters, and police found receipts for transactions involving 10-year-old girls in this house. Nevada remains the only state in the nation to allow any form of buying or selling of sex. It is outlined in the Nevada Legal Code that prostitution is legal in counties with fewer than 700,000 people. That is freaking insane to me. Rather than list all the counties that allow licensed brothels and prostitution by workers over 18, it is easier in Nevada to state where it is illegal. Those include Washoe, Clark, Douglas, Eureka, Lincoln, and Pershing counties. Carson City, Nevada's capital, which functions not within a county, but as an independent city, has also outlawed all forms. Aside from DC, Nevada ranks first nationally when it comes to rates of human T. Overall, this includes labor and other traffic. According to the National HT Hotline, the hotline is considered one of the largest databases for HT and cites 9.97 cases per 100,000 inhabitants in Nevada. California has a rate of 4.15 cases per 100,000 people, but averages the most total cases annually, with the hotline reporting 3,741 total cases from 2017 to 2019. Now, those are just the ones that are reported. Imagine how many go that are not reported. Last year's total was uncharacteristically low at 749 cases in California. Well, you know that's a lie. Data suggests that cases are increasing everywhere nationally. The hotline, which has maintained extensive data on victims that have used their services, estimates that there was a 25% increase in overall cases of HT between 2017 and 2018. In 2018, the organization reported they identified 7,800 cases of ST nationally, affecting 14,749 victims. Hold on, I'm looking for something. Another victim Holland has worked with said her tier and his community of exploiters would actually say they love coming to Nevada in particular because our laws of prostitution have done half the work of the grooming for them. Insane, right? I-80. Oh, guys, but it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen in real life, right? Oh, yes, it's not just California for sure. Yeah, 130,000 unaccompanied minors entered the US in 2022 alone. Where are the children? Exactly. Exactly. Y'all just hit the button, like push the chat so more folks are aware. Okay. It is a huge problem. It is a huge problem. That was from that was Moonshine Inc. That article was Moonshine Inc. article. Okay. It is. It is in every country. It is in every state. Now, I think, hold on, because I have a bunch of stuff that I want to go back through and look at Kylie's case again. But first, let me see if this is the. Actually, we can come back to that. We can come back to that. Come on. What are we doing here? Okay. Nope, this is not the one I want. Sorry, guys. I want to make sure I have the right one. And Katie, those are just the ones that are reported. I mean, imagine how many go unreported because they're elites that are doing it, because there are elites that are involved that don't want that shit out. Sorry, guys. I need to make sure I have this in order. So talk amongst yourselves. Just give me 1 second. I want to pull the first one up. I don't want it to be the wrong one. Oh, yeah. Let me pull this up too. Okay. So we looked at Arrow Creek. Remember? Arrow Creek was where they had the 911 call. Okay. The 911 call. Give me 1 second. I want to pull this up for you. Okay. Oh my God. I got to tell you guys this. This is no lie. Swear to God. So there's this store down in a town that's close to us, right? The closest town to us. And that's the store I use all the time, right? If I have to go to the store, that's my store. This is no lie. The other day, freaking cops swarmed it. We had state cops, our county police. It was crazy. And they all had their guns drawn in the parking lot, pointed at this woman in this car. Dude, this lady went into the store, kidnapped a child, put the child in her car, and then proceeded to try to get away with the kid. Somebody had already called the cops because it didn't take the cops long to get there at all. Right? I know. Ashley, if I had my stuff on me, trust me, I would have. But she tried to ram the cop car to get away. But they stopped her. They got the kid out of the car and they arrested her. But y'all, I go to this store all the freaking time. Like, this is a small ass town we're talking about, okay? And this random woman who was not from the town just tried to snatch up a kid in the store. It was crazy. I couldn't freaking believe it. And my daughter goes, Mom, isn't that the store we go to all the time? When I was telling about it, and she's like, that is so crazy. So I wanted to share that with you guys too. But anyway, okay. Let me pull this up.
Missing subject. First, Keeley, and the vehicle is a match. It's a light blue minivan, bearing plate 242 David 96, 2650 Arrow Creek Park. Missing subject. First, Keeley, and the vehicle is a match. It's a light blue minivan, bearing plate 242 David 96, 2650 Arrow Creek Park.
Okay. Now, y'all remember that. So let's pull this up. Arrow Creek Parkway. We've gone through this. We have looked in at the security gate that's up front, but this is a very prominent, Arrow Creek is a very prominent neighborhood. Okay. Okay. Lot prices generally they start at about 200,000 and they may go over $500,000. Okay. While finished homes start in the 700,000s, exceeding over $2 million. All right. So you're talking very, 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 very wealthy people. Very wealthy people who love their privacy and their security, okay, that live in this development, all right, or in this neighborhood, whatever the hell you want to call it. I mean, you got to have bukus of cash to live in this neighborhood, right? But this is where the call came from. And I know there's been a lot of going back and forth about whether or not this call was legit. I personally, my opinion, believe it 100% was legit. I also believe that somewhere in this gated community is where the car was stashed for a couple of weeks until the 17th when it was seen out and about. Fully believe that. But I just wanted to make sure you guys knew. I mean, we're talking about very private people. We're talking about people with very, very deep pockets and people that are all about their privacy and their security. Okay. Which is why when I got all the information about homes that were in there, none of them were listed. None of the people were listed there. But let's just look at some of these houses. Okay. $6.25 million home, $3.89 million home, $3.5 million home. You're talking important people live up in Arrow Creek. Okay. So let's not forget that. Let's not stay focused on a little, on a party that we have no proof of what happened. Let's not stay focused on the story that we were given by Sam. Okay. Let's actually look at things that came out, like this scanner call, that it was in front of this multi-millionaire's freaking neighborhood. Okay. Let's just think about that. And it said her name matched. It never said her vehicle matched. Of course, they wouldn't be driving her around in her own vehicle. Of course, she was placed into another non-conspicuous blue minivan. All right. Just don't forget that. When everybody wants to go all crazy, let's just not forget these certain things that came out during all of this. Oh, because you can't have Street View up in there. They don't want people knowing what's going on up in there. They pay for privacy. Exactly. People with no accountability. Yeah. Do you remember during the search party when Sam was like, is anybody interested in going to Reno? Because, and if you remember, there's a spot in Reno where Jay and Kylie used to go all the time. Who lives in Arrow Creek Parkway? Who owns homes in Arrow Creek Parkway? Because I feel like people are really forgetting this. I feel like people are staying way too focused on this 18-year-old story when we found out that half of what she said was BS in the first place. So why are we focused on her story? We need to be looking at the other things that came out, like this 911 call. Yes, they did say a plate number. Yes, they did. On the full scanner call. Okay. Let me her car could be confused with a minivan. I guess it could be confused with a minivan. But at the same time, she was missing at this point. So I don't think, they're going to be driving her car around. She was probably transported and put into another vehicle.
You only started 22 minutes ago.
Yeah, because my first one shut down on me. Yes, the Fox 40 actually. Fox 40 followed them. Or did the drive. Okay. Love you. Now let me pull this up. Hold on a second, y'all. I want to go back down here. And find out. Okay, let me pull this up. When was this? This doesn't. Okay, hold on a second, you guys. Comments are turned off. Okay, let's listen to this one from August 9th. Let me share my screen with you guys. Sugar. I think that it was put there. I think that the car was taken out of the garage, put into a trailer, and then moved there after the whole area was cleared out. But again, that's just my opinion.
Rescue is going, and we just received an update from detectives on this, on how the search and rescue is going, and it is really expansive. They're using everything from ground crews, canines, boats, even aircraft. But with all of those resources, they are still lacking any solid leads that have led to the teen. On the fourth day of the search for 16-year-old Kylie Rodney, friends, family, and strangers came together to pray for her safe return.
We are working with local, state, and federal agencies.
New information tonight about their search efforts, which now spans 16 different agencies, more than 100 volunteers, and the FBI.
Approximately 50 other agents up here helping run down some of those priority informations and leads that have come through.
With all of these resources, we now know more about the last time the teen's phone pinged.
Right now, the last information we have from cellular data is the 6th at 33 minutes after midnight.
Many have asked us why CHP hasn't released an Amber Alert yet for Kylie Rodney. They say there's 4 criteria that have to be met. 3 of the 4 are met right now. The only one is that they need proof of an abduction. You
need proof of an abduction to issue an Amber Alert, right? Okay, well, she's gone. Her car's gone. I'm just saying.
Investigation now spans across state lines. It's so rare to see this incredible.
Oh, and I wanted to say this. So the other day, what case was it? There was another case, and Homeland Security is brought in when they think that trafficking has taken place. Okay. And then if you remember, what was his name? Barnhart. He said that one day in that press conference, he said, yes, Homeland Security was here, but it was causing people to ask too many questions, so they had to go. Those were his words. Homeland was here, but they were causing too many people to ask questions, so they had to go. That's literally what he said. I find that very interesting. See, they don't want anybody looking into anything. They don't want anybody asking questions.
Of a response both from law enforcement and the community. How and why is this specific case receiving this response?
It's tricky. We want to leave no stone unturned. We take this case, just like any other missing persons case, extremely seriously. Kylie's considered to be highly at risk right now because she is a minor and she is missing.
Tonight, as the search continues, there is a need for answers.
Out of the 200 to 300 juveniles and young adults who were at that party at the Prosser campground Friday evening, somebody knows something about Kylie. We're please urging and pleading with the community to please come forward. You will remain anonymous.
And back out here live, we can't say this enough. If you are a teenager, if your child was a teenager and they were at that party, if they do come forward to detectives, they say they will not be getting into trouble. Instead, they just want information that will help get Kylie home. We're live in Truckee. Brittany Hope, KCRA 3 News.
Yeah, maybe just one key piece of evidence out there that somebody knows something. Brittany, thank you for that.
Okay. Now, it did. Now, can we just for 1 second say that cops, investigators, anybody involved has not ever released any photos or videos that they claim to have had of Kylie. They said they have videos of Kylie at the party that night. They said they had photos of Kylie at the party that night, right? They could have easily put one out, right? Show us a video of Kylie at this party. They could have easily come out and said, listen, there's way too much going on with this case. There's way too much misinformation. There's way too much, I'll say it, conspiracies going around out there. And here's just a little clip of a video of Kylie at the party that night. They could have done that. It wouldn't have hindered the investigation any. They could have put out a little clip and said, listen, here's her at the party. Now, at least this will stop those people that are saying that there was no party. At least it would, end some of this nonsense. But did they do that? No, they did not. They never released a damn thing, anything, even a short little clip, like I said, of her there. So to me, they don't have anything, right? They can't come out and say, listen, this is all nonsense, because they don't actually have this supposed videos and these supposed photos of her there that night. They could have easily put an end to a lot of this, but they didn't. In my opinion, it's because they can't. Oh, okay, sugar, no problem. Hold on, y'all. My coffee's getting cold. Okay, now let's go over here. I want to thank you guys all for being here with me. I really want to thank all of you that have been here with me since the beginning. Like, y'all are the ride or dies. So I appreciate all of you. Hold on. Okay, like this right here. Thank you, Billy, darling. Here we go. Investigators find new video of vanished teen on the night of the party, and the reward increased to $75,000. Why does it do that? Why? California investigators have released an image of a pink and white hoodie that missing Truckee 16-year-old Kylie Rodney was last seen wearing on the night she vanished, possibly due to an abduction. The Placer County Sheriff's Office released a stock image of the garment. A white hooded sweatshirt with pink block letters spelling out Odd Future, the name of a defunct Los Angeles hip-hop group. Investigators said she appeared on a video wearing it earlier in the evening. Okay, jerk-offs. If you really have her in the video of the party that night wearing that hoodie, then why would you release a stock image of the hoodie and not release a picture of her at the party wearing the freaking hoodie? Right? That's all I'm saying. Like, they've never done that. However, authorities told Fox, we did get that one picture of her wearing that hoodie, but she was sitting down at a freaking restaurant, and that was it. That was not at a party. So if you have a video of her, they could have easily taken just a still shot of her at the party in the hoodie, but they didn't. They could have released a short clip of her wearing that hoodie at the party, but they didn't. They had to get a stock photo of the hoodie to release it. However, authorities told Fox News Digital they could not release images from the video itself or discuss details of the active investigation. Why? When it clearly would have stopped a lot of us from questioning this party, right? It would not have hindered the investigation at all to release a picture of her at the party. And it was unclear whether Rodney was wearing the shirt when she left the party. She had also borrowed a dark-colored Lana Del Rey hoodie that evening. Yeah, we are asking anyone who remembers seeing Kylie that evening to please reach out to us. That's what I'm saying. Here's the stock photo they released. It's the dumbest thing ever. As the search for Rodney enters its 10th day, the reward for information leading to her whereabouts has climbed to $75,000. Now, I will repeat this again for those that forgot, and it's mentioned in the lawsuit. that the GoFundMe never changed. It's mentioned in the lawsuit that the money was going for her to support the Rodney family. That is BS. The reward, it was always a reward for information leading to her whereabouts. Missing person flyers have been plastered all over Truckee and in the surrounding communities as a massive search effort enters its second week for the 16-year-old early high school graduate. She was last seen just after midnight on August 6th, according to authorities, at a large party of between 200 and 300 teens and young adults near the Prosser family campground. And that's another thing. They always say near Prosser family campground. Near, not in, not at, but near, in Tahoe National Forest. In Tahoe National Forest. Her phone stopped pinging at around 12:33 a.m., just minutes after her friend, Sammy Smith, told Fox News Digital that she left the party believing Rodney planned to spend the night. Police say the last ping happened near the site of the party itself, and that's where they spent most of the first week searching. And that's the freaking thing. That's the kicker right there, right? That they wanted us to believe that she just disappeared from this party. Too many people were asking too many questions. So then, well, they just happened to her phone ping. Her phone pinged there, right? At where we were told she was, the phone pinged there. So that's proof. That is proof, guys. Don't think anything else, but that is proof. Just the point that her phone pinged there. That's proof that she drove herself in. Don't you guys know that? I mean, it's so ridiculous. Even when you say it, you know it's nonsense. Smith said she had been partying with Rodney, who was too drunk to drive. She added that she did not believe her friend would have attempted to drive drunk. They had met several males throughout the evening, Smith said, but none who seemed suspicious. The party was meant as a graduation celebration for high schoolers from several local communities. But with the tourist season in full swing, there were also a number of vacationers from as far away as San Francisco. Let me see. Hold on, you guys. Okay. Let me get back over here. Angela Musalem, spokesperson for the Placer County Sheriff's Office, said there had been few developments in the search over the weekend and that authorities still hadn't heard from anyone who witnessed Rodney leaving the party. But she said police have received videos and images taken throughout the night and were investigating hundreds of leads. So just show us one. Just show us one photo. Just show us one little clip. Oh, that's right, you can't. Rodney's car, a silver 2013 Honda CR-V with a Ram head sticker in the rear window, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we know all that. And the license plate, of course, 8YUR127. Rodney is described as 5 feet 7 inches tall and about 118 pounds. She has blonde hair and hazel eyes. She has a tattoo on her ribs of the number 17. She has a nose ring and several other piercings and was wearing 3 gold necklaces the night she went missing, according to her friends. Okay. Now, let me see. Let me pull this up. Gosh, kids are down there fighting. Of course they are. Do you guys as kids fight? Or if you had little kids, did they fight when they were little? Mine fight relentlessly. This was, okay, let me go down here. This is Actually, I'll play this short clip first, and then I will.
Boats in the water.
Okay. Now, let's go down here. What the hell?
Before the fruits and nuts reach your grocery store or farmer's market,
Hold on, you guys. I'm looking for. This one is super short, I think. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's just the people there at the rec center. I'm looking for something. We just want her home and we're so scared, Rodney Neiman said in a video posted by Placer County Sheriff's Office. We miss her so much and we love her so much. Kylie, we love you. And if you see this, please just come home. Rodney recently graduated from Forest Charter School, a public school in Truckee. She graduated from school early, a friend told Fox 40 on Monday. The school shared a missing flyer of Rodney on its Facebook page. While attending Forest Charter School, Kylie showed herself to be a kind, well-liked, and talented individual, the school said in a statement to Fox 40. The entire Forest Charter School community is hoping for Kylie's safe return. Our thoughts are with her and her family. In an interview with Fox 40, Sam Smith, one of Rodney's close friends, and that's another thing, like they kept pushing Sam as somebody who was close to Kylie. They kept referring to her as one of her best friends, someone that was really close to her. And then you find out that they weren't actually friends at all. Like they didn't like each other at all. So it really, really makes you wonder why they pushed her as the front of this, right? One of Rodney's close friends said she last heard from the missing teen, on a phone call at 12:36 a.m., which, by the way, the cops never even commented on that, how her phone last pinged at 12:33, but yet they never dismissed or accounted or said that it was true about this phone call that supposedly happened at 12:36 a.m. We are trying to look at all areas around here, even going down to San Francisco if anybody is willing to go down there, Smith said. She could be anywhere in the country at this point. A $50,000 reward is being offered for any information that leads to finding her, according to a website created to help find the missing teen. The reward money, okay, not money. That's not, see, that it lies right there in the lawsuit when it says that the GoFundMe was never meant to be a reward. It was always meant to support the family. That's not true. It was always listed as a reward money, right? It's coming from family, friends, local businesses, and a GoFundMe account where people can donate to increase the size of the reward. All of the 16 agencies involved continued their search Tuesday with helicopter aerial searches along with motorcycles, ATVs, canines, and boats, which serve nearby bodies of water. Over 100 volunteers are searching for her on foot. By 2 p.m. on Tuesday, there were over 1,500 man-hours logged in the effort to find her. 16-year-old Kylie disappeared days ago without a trace. We've been spotting cars like showing hashtags, flyers, and phone numbers to call. The family tells me today will be devoted to handing out more flyers and getting Kylie's face seen. On Monday, the Placer County Sheriff's Office said detectives continued their search, including the Prosser Lake area, and are coordinating with the California Highway Patrol, Truckee Police, and the Nevada County Sheriff's Office to find her. Authorities from Placer County said its air operations crew will be flying over the Interstate 80 corridor between Donner Summit and the Nevada state line. The Sheriff's Office said numerous resources have already been utilized. On Tuesday, the Placer County Sheriff's Office said in a Facebook post that a total of 528 personnel hours and air resources have been dedicated during the unified law enforcement search. The California Highway Patrol, the FBI, Homeland Security, Truckee Police Department, and the Washoe County Sheriff's Office have assisted the Sheriff's Office in Placer and Nevada counties in the search. On Friday, the Sheriff's Office tweeted a link for the community to submit any photos or videos that may lead to finding Rodney or any images from the party at the Prosser family campground. And I go back to that lady with the gray hair who, during the town hall meeting, she was like, well, I mean, we need to know that our kids are not going to get in trouble. Like, how can our kids know that they can trust you and they're not going to get in trouble? That makes me want to go, okay, what breed are you type of people that live here? Right? Because we've got a missing 16-year-old girl and you're worried about, how your precious son might be getting into trouble, or your daughter or whoever was at this freaking party that there's still no evidence of. But it just shows you, just her being like that literally just shows you the type of people that you're dealing with in this place, right? Who think they're better than everybody else. And then the necklace. In a press conference Tuesday, authorities said Rodney's phone last pinged 33 minutes after midnight. Okay, now listen. 33 minutes after midnight. You really have to look at signage and numerology because it comes up a lot. They added she was last seen at a store on Friday around 6 p.m. Now, if you remember, it was 6:08 p.m. 8 plus 6, 13. 33, 13. Based on surveillance footage at a store. Officials said the photo had already been widely distributed, but that is now considered more important to the investigation. During a news conference Thursday, officials shared a photo of Rodney wearing several pieces of jewelry, including 3 gold-colored necklaces that her family assures she was wearing the night of her disappearance. Yet her mom didn't even see her that day. She didn't even see her. She only talked to her by text. The sheriff's office described Rodney's... Okay, yeah, we already did that. According to authorities, Rodney's last known whereabouts were near the Prosser family campground in Truckee around 12:30 a.m. on Saturday. She had attended a party where more than 200 minors and young adults were in attendance, blah, blah, blah. An autopsy from the Nevada County Coroner's Office revealed that the body found in Prosser Reservoir was identified as Kylie Rodney, the 16-year-old girl who went missing after a party in Truckee. Adventures with Purpose, an independent group of search and rescue divers, said its volunteers of divers located the body and car of Rodney. On Monday, the Nevada County Sheriff's Office said the body was likely Rodney's. Okay. Let's get out of there. Go back over here. All right. Give me 1 second. Let me pull this next thing up. Nope. Sorry, guys. Wrong one. Yeah, and she was actually identified by a cop. I mean, come on. Now, do you guys know that on her death certificate, it is listed that she was cremated on the 25th. She was found on the 21st. On the 23rd, they came out and said it was her. And then 2 days after that, she was cremated. That is insane. See, and again, it makes you question things. Because who is going to have who is going to have her cremated Well, the investigation is still ongoing and you have no idea what happened to her. Yes, Sass. It just is, it's unheard of.
A community is coming together as it continues the search for a teen who went missing in Truckee a week ago. As search parties continue to look for Kiely Rodni, a concert was held thanking volunteers for their efforts and asking them to remain hopeful. Thank you for joining us at 6. I'm Kristen Samos. Last Friday night, Kiely Rodni attended.
Hold on. It also says that she was cremated at home. How could she be cremated at home? That doesn't even make sense. Her death certificate says that she was cremated at home. I mean, how much more suspicious can it get, though? For real, guys. I mean, how many freaking lies and they wonder why people can't let it go. I thought she was cremated at the Truckee mortuary. That's what I thought. The fact that people voted in Woo says it all. It obviously doesn't bother them that the person allocated the job of protecting them. Yeah, I know. And look how many Placer County cops have been arrested just in the last week or so. All right, I'm going to let this play. Somebody's here, guys. Give me 1 second. I got to go see what's going on. My dogs are flipping out. All right, I'll be right back. Let me play this video.
Did a party at a campground in Truckee and hasn't been seen since. Here's a picture of the teen. Sheriff's investigators say today more than 200 volunteers helped look for her. Several dive teams search Prosser Lake. They tell us the last ping on her phone was near that lake. The search efforts will continue tomorrow. KCRA 3's Michelle Bander is at the command center in Truckee. Michelle, what are people saying today?
Kristen, the word we keep hearing today is hope. Hope that they find Kiely Rodni soon. And here at the command center, this is where law enforcement, families, searchers have been gathering this past week, focusing on where they should search for Kiely. And today, though, their focus was somewhere else, in a different setting. They wanted to focus on Kiely's love of music.
Country for Kiely is about hope. It is about community. It is about keeping our spirits high.
The community of Truckee needs this day in the park after 7 days of no sign of 16-year-old Kiely Rodni.
They say a song is twice as loud as a prayer.
A day of love, music, and hope for the girl who fills her life with music.
It's not just people coming together to have a party. It's because we are connected to her musically, and we're playing her songs, and we are playing things that we hope she can hear, so she knows that we're going to find her soon.
When people think of Kiely, they see her playing the guitar with her grandfather or one of the other instruments she's mastered.
she was always singing in the car, singing all the time, singing everything. I know she liked to play the guitar a lot. She knew a lot of instruments.
And I'm not preparing my heart for Jenny Charles was Kylie's first music teacher when she was only 2.
She was the youngest student I took on because of her determination and just the light and how much she enjoyed playing music.
As law enforcement focuses on the 1,000 tips they received and searchers combing the area, a day of music gives everyone hope they'll see Kylie again.
We feel like hopefully this will just help draw her here, know at least from wherever she is that we're here and we're helping her look for her, and that our community is all here.
Don't forget, like the words of Kylie's father says, she's your girl too. She is your girl, born and raised. Kylie Rodney.
Know that our community is.
Don't forget, like the words of Kylie's father says, she's your girl too. She is your girl, born and raised. Kylie Rodney.
And law enforcement says they just need that one solid tip that will lead them to Kylie or her car. Searchers will regroup in the morning to figure out if they should scale down the operation or where they should start searching next. Now, remember, there is a $50,000 reward out for anyone who can help lead law enforcement to Kylie or her.
A $50,000 what? Oh, a $50,000 reward. Okay.
Car. Reporting live in Truckee, Michelle Bandur, KCRA 3 News.
Hey, Larissa. Okay. And I feel like, okay, now they did that Country for Kylie. Does anybody remember the date that they did that concert? Anybody remember? Okay. The 13th. Okay, so the 13th. I feel like a weekend. Why are we having a concert? Why is that happening? It doesn't make any sense to me. Now, okay, whatever. People, are different. I get it. I just couldn't be in the, like, if my kid was missing for over a week. Now, this is just this is just me. But there's no way I'd be, at a concert or comfortable with even having one. Okay, now let me go over here. It's very frustrating. You guys do me a favor and hit that like button for me. Hold on, I'm trying to pull up some of this stuff. Who in the hell has ever heard of a concert for a missing child? Right, like a benefit of some kind. But not, oh, we thought she'd hear the music and it would bring her home. Like, that's just dumb. And that was on the 13th. So that was around the same time that the cops pulled out of Prosser and shut it down. Exactly. It had to have been a distraction to get everybody out of the area. But I don't think it was to bring in the car because the car was spotted on the 17th. All right, hold on. This was on the 10th. Oh, jeez.
Gathered today for a celebration. New at 11, family and friends of teenager Kylie Rodney gathered today for a celebration of her short life. The celebration was held on a quiet
shit. This was
hillside
September
in
10th.
Truckee.
My bad.
There was lots of music, many memories of Kylie. The 16-year-old's body was found last month inside of her car at the bottom of Prosser Lake. The teen was reported missing after a large party at a nearby campground. Kylie's mother says she is at peace, but doesn't see this celebration of life as closure.
There's no finish line. There's no, ending. She's not just with me, she's with all of us. And so for her to be here with all of us, yeah, she's showing up.
Investigators have not yet said whether they consider Kylie's death an accident or suspicious. The Nevada County Sheriff's Office has yet said whether they consider.
Okay, this outfit. You guys remember the black dress and the red shoes. Okay. Now, we had heard before that this was from prom, but her prom pictures are her in the black suit where she went with that other person. Okay. That other boy. She wore a black suit. And then you have that other picture from, it looks like years ago, that they released of her at the dance, right? What was she wearing this black dress and these red shoes for? And these pictures were courtesy of Jay. So I've always wondered about this black dress. Because you can see her in it here, and this is the one where her hair's down and she looks all right. And then later you have her in this dress with her hair thrown up and next to that wall with all the graffiti on it. And she looks like she's been, through the ringer. Okay. Like she looks like she's all messed up in that picture, in my opinion. I want to know what this day was, what she was in this dress for. Because her prom photos were her in that suit. That was supposedly prom. So I've always wondered about that.
Consider Kylie's death an accident or suspicious. The Nevada County Sheriff's Office is waiting on toxicology and autopsy results. And the CHP is still trying to figure out how her car ended up in the lake.
It's a year later, and they're still trying to figure out how her car ended up in the lake. Her mom said she was at peace. Again, just voicing my opinion. I don't know if I'd ever be at peace again, ever. Okay. Hold on a second. Now, this was done August 11th. Well, investigators still don't have any solid updates on where she could be. Her best friend isn't giving up hope. I just want her to come back and be okay. And just to know that she's loved and that we all looked for her and that we all loved her through this and stuff. Guys, I just don't think it's as simple as, as she was at a party, she got drunk and drove herself in the lake. I don't think it's just as simple as, somebody beat her that night at the party. And then, I just think that there's a lot of stuff. Like, I will never not go back to that call. To me, that just the first time I heard it, I was like, oh my God, like I got the worst feeling ever. And I think people have really forgotten about that, which is why I wanted to bring it up again and bring up the whole Arrow Creek thing. Larson says she first met Kylie when they were younger. They met when they were 9 years old at an art camp. She said it wasn't until a few years later, when their parent became friends, that she and Kylie became closer. My parents decided that we're going to hang out and that I was going to be friends with their daughter, and that's just what happened. That's weird, right? My parents decided that we were going to hang out and that I was going to be friends with their daughter, and that's just what happened. Larson recalled one time when they went on a 3-hour walk, a hangout she considers where their relationship as best friends really took off. She describes Rodney as a normal, happy 16-year-old. She's just like such a vibrant person. She has so much energy most of the time. She's just really wonderful and selfless. The search for Kylie so far has been an uncertain one. Where she first disappeared, Larson said she spent 12 hours looking for her. Now, if you can remember when she was telling the news lady that, she laughed about it. She was like, I was just in a car for like 12 hours looking for her. Again, is something funny? Is something funny about that? Your best friend is missing. You spent 12 hours looking for her. Yet when you tell someone that on national TV, you laugh about it. The Placer County Sheriff's Office on Thursday released more pictures of Kylie, asking the public to focus on her jewelry and continue to share the posts, which her best friend says she believes are helping. That's the thing. They got us all to focus on these nonsense things. Other images of or related to Rodney have been released, including a surveillance image from a Truckee business 6 hours before she was last seen at a party, a picture of what her car looks like, and a picture of a hoodie that she might have had in her possession. Even as no major updates have come up, Larson is grateful for the large number of people looking for her. It means the world to me to see so many people come. I literally almost cried on the first day when we had like 40 people show up. It really does mean a lot to us. The help means a lot to us. We need the help. If you would like to help, okay? Hold on, let me get out of there. There's so many different ways you could go on this. Honestly, looking at just what we have. But this is just my personal opinion. I don't believe she was in there, but that's just my opinion. Okay. Let me find, I think is it this one? Nope, hold on one second. I pulled up the wrong thing again. I want to get back to this over here. Kylie is strong. She's capable. She's smart. I'm almost done. Is it done?
No, it's not even cooking yet.
What? She's tenacious. She's feisty, Rodney Neiman said. She has a love for life. I know that she has never been one to give up easy. Today is no different for her. You guys tell me how you take that. Listen, I'm not telling anybody to think any certain way. I say do your own research and form your own conclusion. But I mean, at this point, there's still a lot of theories that, you know, it could go either way. We're still just waiting for her to come through the door, Rodney's mom said. Rodney Neiman said her daughter sent her a text on the night of the party saying she was going to be on her way home, but she never made it. We still don't know what happened to her. We're just working to piece together those last moments that she was at the party to figure out where she did go and with whom. The Placer County Sheriff's Office said the search effort will continue, but in a more limited way. Again, this was before that. Hold on. Even though you guys are talking about there being a reduction in personnel, there still is a tremendous amount of people who continue to tirelessly work on this case. Rodney Neiman said continued support from family members, the community, and her daughter's friends is keeping her going as the search nears the 2-week mark. Her friends who were there with her at the party have been nothing but so cooperative and so courageous in coming forward and sharing their stories, she said. We have such a love for all of her friends and are really appreciative of them working so hard and just being so open to work with everybody and being so honest to share anything that they know or that they do know. The sheriff's office said Ronnie was seen in a video taken at the party wearing a white sweatshirt with Odd Future printed across the garment in pink lettering. The sheriff's office said it's unclear if she was wearing that sweatshirt when she was last seen. Okay. I know that she has never been one to give up easy. She's tenacious. She's feisty. Today is no different for her. Today is no different for her. That kind of hits you in a different light, doesn't it? It makes you wonder really what Kylie went through at home, you know, or what she went through if today was no different for her. The FBI, the Nevada County Sheriff's Office, and the Placer County Sheriff's Office now have one of the biggest missing clues to their investigation. I fully expect a lot of very heavy stuff to come from this. And yet nothing came from it. Nothing at all. Nothing. Okay. Now, this was harsh talking to Nevada County Sheriffs. December 13th, okay? We have spoken multiple times, and you have been kind enough to address my previous questions where possible. I was hoping you would be so kind as to help with this. There seems to have just been a tow truck driver, Nick, who is claiming with a huge degree of certainty that he attended a vehicle at around 11:30 a.m. on the Saturday in Boca, and with this vehicle was Kiely Rodni's and a male. He scored 9 to 10 as Jay. He did, however, show a degree of openness to this possibly being someone who could have looked like Jay, hence not being a 10-10 score. With respect of the above, can you clarify whether the Kiely Rodni case is indeed still under criminal investigation and whether this information is something your office is aware of? Here was the reply. Yes, we are aware of the video and statements made, and yes, this case is still under investigation. Yes, we are aware of the video. Where is that video? I would love to see that video. Wouldn't you guys like to see that video? Okay, let me poll you guys real quick. If you think that Nick was telling the truth and there actually was a video of that encounter, put a 1 in the chat. If you think that there was never a video and Nick was lying, put a 2 in the chat. I just want to see where everybody stands. I'd say it's pretty mixed. It seems to be pretty mixed. I see 1s, I see 2s. All right, I think we now have more 2s than 1s. Okay, I was just curious to see where everybody stood on that. They're lying. I think they are puppets. Yeah. I'll say 3 because I don't know what the hell's real. I know. Crazy. It was weird. There was a rumor he was a PI. I honestly, in this point, I don't trust anybody involved. Anybody at all. Okay. I wanted to bring this up. Kelly F. Ornia. The few times people come forward, no one believes them. Suit yourselves. This was way bigger than you can imagine. If people want the truth, you have to be willing to find it. Nick, blue work van, Alicia, and Branson. Blue work van. 911 call. First name, Keely. Missing person. Blue van. Connect dots on why Nick would need to go public, why he was in Kiely's car. He just ran up on AWP at Best Buy not knowing they would be there. Straight up setup. People need to figure out why Alicia and Branson were soaking wet after most people left the party. You can't find one person to talk about it because you think it's a distraction. If you want the truth, be open to the truth being bigger than you think you've figured out. If the real truth comes out about Erotic Monkey, remember that someone tried to tell you. Now, I looked into that. Erotic Monkey is an escort service. It's also a PORN site type deal. It's like all of it rolled into one. It's very, very, very dirty, I will say. But guys, you got to think that this is a huge thing, right? HT, ST, it's a humongous thing. So when you start getting into escort services and illegal workers and HT, it really does make you, it really does make you think. And I had forgotten all about this part right here about Nick and the blue work van. What really happened to Kiely Rodni? Was she really in the back of that car? Or is she gone? Just gone. Vanished without a trace. To a ST operation. Yes, there are a lot of elites in that area. JP, TP. Those are just two of the top ones. There's a lot more. What, babe? Are you done? I'm almost done. Okay. Alleged witness speaks on her experience attending the party the night she disappeared.
I wasn't at the party. It was my first one. I was only there from like 10:30 until 11 because my friend had a soccer tournament in the morning and we were only juniors at the time. So it was more like a senior party and we didn't have like that many senior friends. I did know Kiely. She went to Forest Charter with me. She was amazing, she definitely hung out with a lot of druggies, I guess you could say. They were always stoned. Don't know if she was, because I never really talked to her. She loved music class. That's really all I know about her. I didn't hang out with her that much. I never really talked to her. I'd say there were
I never really talked to her. I didn't know her. The only thing I knew about her was she liked music. I attended school with her, but never talked to her. I was only at the party for a half an hour and sat by a tree for a half an hour. And I'm a witness coming forward. Just because they wanted to tell us that she had a lot of druggy friends. See, they were trying to point everybody, they were trying to paint this picture of Kiely. Wild, out of control, hung out with druggies, got wasted, and, ended up in the lake. My God. But everybody, this was number 1 or 2, I can't remember. There were 2 people that supposedly came forward that said they were at the party that night. Neither one of them knew Kiely. Neither one of them knew jack shit about her. Oh, but they were witnesses. Okay. And then you find out that this picture was actually from a party in the 90s from Michigan. Why release fake pictures if there was an actual real party? That's what, not for nothing, but everybody who's like, come on, guys, get off this case. It's like, I mean, are you freaking stupid? Do you not see all the lies that happened? Do you not see all this BS that was put out to the people? Why are they producing all of this fake crap in this case?
Or like, if I had to guess, like 200 people there, but I don't know because I left really early. I was there and I did see Kylie right before I left. I was like walking towards the car and I was with my friends. One of my senior friends who's a guy, like he was with me the whole time. I was basically just clinging on him because I was like scared to death because it was my first party and there were like a lot of people that I didn't know.
This was a senior party. She was there with one of her senior guy friends. She was clinging onto his arm because she was so scared. Guys, these were all people that came forward to push Sammy's narrative. That's it. I mean, think about it. The whole case goes off the story of this lying 18-year-old girl who seemed to be running the show.
And then I was with one of my other junior friends, the one who had soccer practice in the morning. And then one of my other seniors.
See, right there, she just said her friend who had soccer practice in the morning. In the very beginning, she said that she was only there for a half hour because her friend had a soccer tournament in the morning.
Senior friends, like the girl's older sister. And she drank a little bit. There was a lot of drinking there. I didn't drink anything because I'm a Christian and I don't like drinking. I only drink in Spain.
I am a Christian. I don't like drinking. I only drink in Spain. So wait a minute. You're not a senior, but you're at this party, right? Sitting by a tree, clinging onto the arm of one of your senior guy friends because it was so scary. But you don't drink and you don't party. What the hell are you doing there? I mean, can you not tell that this was a fake witness right off the get-go? And people wonder, like, why are you questioning anything? Because it's all garbage. That's why. Okay. I gotta hurry. I gotta try to get through this. Okay. Now this was from the party. Okay. From the party. This was from an article. All right. Okay. So this is from a news article I just read. I don't know if it's a typo or what, but that sure seems like a change in story from he was in Napa Valley 4 hours away at his own party. On Wednesday, Kylie's boyfriend, which we were told that they were not boyfriend and girlfriend, that he was actually her ex, Jay, told Fox 46 that he attended the same party as Kylie, which was intended to be a senior farewell party. Jay said he told Kylie to be safe before they parted ways for the night. It's just lie after lie, contradiction after contradiction. Hold on a second. The case of Kylie Rodney made me realize that in 48 of California's 58 counties, the elected sheriff is also the coroner. I did not know that a sheriff could be elected to become the county's coroner, and in some cases may even act as the public administrator, like Miss Shannon Boone, like Mr. Wu. See? Now, we talk about elites being in the area. We talk about, people covering things up. We talk about all of the money in this area, okay? And which is exactly why I wanted to bring this up. Now, I know a lot of people don't believe in things like this, but I am not one of those people. So again, I'm not stating this as fact. I just thought it was very interesting and something that I wanted to bring up. "150 years of Freemasons in Truckee." Truckee is celebrating the 150th year anniversary of not only the completion of the Transcontinental Railroad, but also 150 years of the continued presence of Freemasons. The importance of Freemasonry to the social and economic life of growing towns like Truckee has been instrumental to the development of the Western United States. To understand the importance of the Freemasons to Truckee, you have to look back to the early Masonic leaders in our town and what drove the need for Freemasons. The Truckee Lodge was one of the few Masonic lodges that sent meeting notices advising that the next meeting was at a regular meeting on Thursday evening next preceding the full moon. This was to help make sure the Masonic members could make it to the meeting, since many had to travel 28 to 30 miles or more by horse to get to town. They also wanted to ensure that the lodge members would have the light of the moon to be able to make it home. Truckee Lodge was one of just several lunar lodges in the California jurisdiction and remained so until bylaws changed the meeting to the first Thursday of every month. James Reed was a member of the infamous 1846 Donner Party and a Mason. On October 5th, 1846, while struggling up a sandy hill in Nevada, two oxen teams became entangled. Reed intervened when the teamsters from the two teams engaged in a fight. John Snyder, a teamster, grew more angry and hit Reed in the head with his whip and was about to hit him again. Reed stabbed him in the chest with a hunting knife. They decided to banish Reed, who at first refused to go, but then agreed to leave. On October 28th, 1846, James Reed was able to make it to Sutter's Fort and worked diligently to get back to his family and other wagon train survivors to help them across the Sierra. He lived up to the promise made on the word of a Mason to return for the children and others. "150 years. Freemasonry. Elites. Secretive. Very private. As in, like, keep coming down this road and you're going to end up in the bottom of a lake type shit we're talking about here." And who could forget about the Truckee Way? Okay. All right, you guys. I actually had a lot more to go, but the kids are waiting. Dinner's done. So I got to get down there. But do me a favor and hit the like button. I will probably put the rest of it out in a video that I will release tomorrow. But hit that like button for me. If anybody wants to join to become a member, It'd be super awesome. We would love to have you. We couldn't do what we do without our members. And anybody that wants to help out in any other ways, there's links down in the description below or on my about section on my channel. I love you guys. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay safe. Keep asking those hard questions. Keep spreading that light. I will see you guys next time. Don't forget about the stuff that we talked about in this video. Don't forget about the stuff that people want to walk away from, like Arrow Creek, the 911 call, the trafficking that happens in this area. I-80. We cannot forget these things. We cannot act like they don't matter. All right, you guys, I love you. I will talk to you later. Have a good night, everybody.